What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and as you know, we are fast approaching the L Word Gen Q Season 2 premiere. So I thought, what better time for a Season 1 refresher? And I'm getting a little help from my friend / L Word guru, Ash Silver. Ash has the most in-depth L Word channel on YouTube, and she'll be covering the other half of this video. So make sure to check her channel out. She's sweet, she's British, and she's got all the L Word dirt. So without further ado, here is everything you need to know before Season 2. I'm kicking things off with my favorite storyline and the one I'm most excited for, the Danny, Finley, Sophie love triangle. Danny is an emotionally unavailable, rich girl with daddy issues, and Sophie is an emotionally available, not rich girl with daddy issues. So naturally,
I love you and I really think we should do this. I just want to be your wife.
Despite being complete opposites, having almost no chemistry, and spending all of Season 1 in a perpetual fight, Sophie and Danny are committed to making it work.
I'm inviting my whole family to the engagement party. Aunts, uncles, cousins, second cousins. I mean, it's last minute, so...
Sophie works as a producer on Alice's TV show, and Danny is a morally conflicted PR executive. And for more on Danny, make sure to check out Ash's video. She goes into detail about Danny's work and bed and that situation.
What's wrong?
I'm fine. It's fine. It's not professional.
I think we've moved far beyond that point by now.
Enter Finley, Sophie's adorable, fun-loving, and laid-back best friend.
Whoa, slow down, bro.
Why? It's free.
Honestly, the two of them have one of the most loving and supportive friendships on the show.
It's funny. That's very, very funny. Thank you.
Aw, you got some baggage, bro.
Yeah, dude. No shit.
All right, come on. I'll protect you.
Finley spends half of Season 1 courting gay lady minister Rebecca, and the other half of Season 1 sabotaging her relationship with gay lady minister Rebecca.
Okay, so remember this morning when you were wondering if I could get over the whole priest thing? Yeah. Oh, I can't because you're not a real priest.
It's strongly insinuated that Finley has a mysterious traumatic backstory that involves religion. And I don't know about you, but I get a little nervous whenever a character on this show has a mysterious traumatic backstory. As Danny and Sophie's relationship continues to deteriorate, Sophie and Finley's bond continues to deepen. And when Sophie has a family emergency, it's Finley and not Danny who steps up, which in turn leads Sophie to pucker up. Sophie and Finley eventually sleep together, and the whole thing culminates with Sophie being torn between flying to Hawaii and eloping with Danny, or flying to Missouri with Finley to visit her estranged family. Everyone's favorite L Word heartthrob is back on her bullshit, but also not back on her bullshit. When we first meet Shane, she's heartbroken. Well, mostly heartbroken, over her estranged pop star wife, Kiara. To distract herself from her heartbreak, Shane buys a crappy bar, renames it Dana's, and turns it into Generation Q's version of the planet. She also sleeps with someone's girlfriend in the process. Eventually, we meet this estranged wife, and suddenly, all of Shane's pining makes sense.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Turns out, Shane and Kiara broke up because Kiara wants children and Shane doesn't, but they got married anyway. Kiara's back because she wants to work things out with Shane, and she's also pregnant. But it's cool, because Kiara will take care of all those pesky parenting duties, and Shane can just take care of Kiara. And Shane goes for it, because long story short, Kiara has a miscarriage, and Shane is low-key grateful.
Well, I didn't want this, but you showed up pregnant anyway. So what was I supposed to do?
You could have been honest from the beginning.
I was honest with you.
Kiara dumps her, and Shane picks up a stray dog, which I assume will teach her about love and responsibility, as if she didn't raise her whole-ass brother in the original series, but okay.
It's gonna take a bit of work.
Remember how Shane slept with someone's girlfriend? Well, that someone was Tess, a bartender at the bar Shane purchased. Tess is a former alcoholic party girl, although I can't think of a worse profession for an alcoholic than being a bartender.
Which is why I'm sober now.
Oh, shit.
Yep, 2 years.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I wanted Just start remembering stuff. Wanted to feel again.
And surprise, surprise, she has a relapse. Tess's storyline is fascinating because it seems to be more about self-actualization, forgiveness, and healing, which is different for the L Word, but kind of refreshing. Also, she and Finley have sex, but it doesn't seem to affect anything whatsoever. And despite the fact that Shane slept with her girlfriend, Tess has become Shane's unofficial therapist, which can only mean one thing.
You could do damage.
Last up is Micah, who has the most detached storyline of everyone. And not because he's a guy, but because his storyline literally doesn't intersect with anyone else's storyline. Although in the season 2 trailer, it looks like he might be dating Maribel, which I think would be a great way to better weave him into the show. Anyway, Micah dated Danny before he transitioned, and he lives with Danny and Sophie now because once a lesbian, always a lesbian. His storyline revolves around his relationship with Jose, a hot artist who seems like the perfect catch. Jose is sensitive to Micah's needs, he drops the L word after like a week of dating, and he has a husband.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm guessing Jose is gonna have a little explaining to do in season 2. And if you want to catch up with Tibet, along with Alice and her throuple, make sure to check out Ash's video. And while you're at it, give her a follow across her social medias. And don't forget to check out my channel update video over on the community tab for all kinds of fun announcements. That is it from me. I want to give a quick shout out to my newest patrons, Jen and Nicole. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.